Howdy y'all, welcome to Irving, Texas. Here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna hit the streets, all right? I'm gonna walk you through some different neighborhoods at some different price points so you can see what it's like to live here in Irving and what you might be able to get for your budget as well. And if you stick around all the way till the end, I'll even show you the top listing in all of Irving so you can kind of see what the ceiling is here, and I'll even show you some of the main attractions along the way. So if that's what you're looking for, then stay tuned because we're getting into it right now. Hey ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for the most thorough deep dive into all things Dallas, Texas, well, this is the channel that helps you do that. So I invite you to subscribe down below. Make sure you tap the bell for notifications so that you can stay up to date on the current market here in Dallas, Texas. We drop new videos every single week. My name is Jimmy Webb Jr. I'm a local real estate agent, born and raised here, and we're getting tons of calls and emails every single day from people just like you who are ready to make a move here in Dallas, and we absolutely love it. So if you are thinking about buying or selling here in the Dallas area, then you got to reach out. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or jump on our calendar if you want to jump straight to a Zoom with us. That is our favorite, but whatever way is easiest for you, we've got you back, and we're making a smooth move here in Dallas, Texas, or in Irving, like I'm here today. So I'm hanging out at the canals of Las Colinas. This is kind of a sliver, a very unique sliver of Dallas and Irving. It's isn't too popular. Not many people know about it. It's kind of a hidden gem in here. If you don't know about it, then you wouldn't know it was here, like from the street, right? But hey, what I want to do is give you a brief introduction here of Irving before we head into the neighborhoods. And yeah, first off, I mean, just location-wise, you're going to be about 20 minutes away from downtown Dallas. And you're really bordering the airport here. So you could be 5 minutes away, maybe 10 minutes away from the airport, obviously depending on where you are within Irving, right? Median home price here is gonna be $177,000, and 37% of individuals here own their home. So, there's quite a bit of renting going on. You have a lot of apartments in Irving, actually. There's a lot of businesses out here as well. Job market is pretty strong. It's really kind of known to be a tech hub of Dallas. You have a few Fortune 500 companies out here. Median household income is $64,000 out here. So, it's going to attract a little bit of that younger crowd, of course. Median age is at 32. The population is 240,000. So listen, it's a big city, right? But I'm looking at some apartments right now. You have some, this is Lake Carolyn, right? So let me give you a little roundabout. So you have people, who will walk around here, run around here. You've got the apartments here. Those are condos on that side, and then you have, like I said, a number of businesses back in there. But as far as schools go, let's talk about that. Listen, you have some good and you have some bad, okay, on the schools. But some neighborhoods actually feed into other suburbs that are, the schools are A-rated over there. So I actually show you a couple of those. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But the general vibe here in Irving, listen, actually, it was rated the number 12 most diverse city in America. So you're gonna have some really cool neighborhoods around here. And some of these apartments have some pretty cool views out here as well. So you can just hang out right there, look out over Lake Carolyn out here. So it's a pretty beautiful setting out here, actually. But some of the cons of Irving are, there are some rough areas, okay? So, if you work with us, I can tell you, I'll tell you this, there is a sliver that is kind of notorious in Dallas. Everybody knows about it. It's, where all the strip clubs are and things like that. It's called Harry Hines, right? So if that's not your thing, then you probably want to stay away from that area. But other than that, you got a lot of great things about Irving, which I'm going to show you a little bit here today. Historically, this is actually where the Dallas Cowboys headquarters used to be before the new stadium was built in Arlington and the new headquarters was built at the Star in Frisco, right? And so 1971 is when the original Texas stadium with the hole in the roof so God could look down at his favorite team, right? And I know for all you Cowboy haters out there, that's why I wore this shirt, baby. we're going to the Super Bowl this year. Let's go. But anyway, this is a nice view to kind of wrap up the intro here. But because the Cowboys were headquartered here for a long time, it attracted a lot of cool things, a lot of infrastructure, of course. Some of it has been abandoned a little bit, but you still have some really cool things around here. So without further ado, let me stop talking about some of that stuff. Let's dive into the neighborhood, shall we? So I'll take you through actually 5 different neighborhoods today, all at different price points, so you can kind of see the different styles and everything. And with that being said, let's cruise. All right, welcome to the first neighborhood. So this home that we're featuring at this price point here is going for $274,000, 3 beds, 2 baths on 1,900 square feet, which is gonna put you at $145 a square foot, ladies and gentlemen. Built in 1969 on 0.2 acres right here. You've got a 2-car garage as well. That's very important. You definitely want a car out here in Dallas. We're pretty spread out, of course, and our public transportation system isn't very sophisticated. It's nothing like New York or Chicago or anything like that. We do have a dart rail, which I do mention in some of the suburbs. You do have better access than others, but yeah, overall you'll definitely want a car regardless. Okay, these homes, this brick style right here, traditional brick style, like even this one on this side, you've got that traditional brick. I'll kind of walk you around this neighborhood so you can get somewhat of a feel going here. So again, you've got this traditional brick style is what's going to dominate really in all of Irving and really a lot of Dallas as well. These homes are going to be fairly, they're going to be move-in ready. Some of them might need some updates. Of course, these homes were built in, 50s, 60s, 70s, a lot of them here in Irving. And so, depending on what your preferences are, you might want to do some updates there. But let's talk about the schools here a little bit. So obviously in Irving, some of the schools leave a little bit to be desired. I think in Irving is maybe a good way to put it. But depending on where you are, some of them, or some neighborhoods rather, are going to feed into the likes of Capel ISD, Colleyville. I know I saw some homes fed into Colleyville Heritage, right? And even Grapevine. All 3 of these are A+ rated schools, right? And then you have Cistercian, which is a private school. That's in the same conference as, the St. Mark's, which you might have heard of. Green Hill, you might have heard of as well, where I went to school. So if private school is an option for you, then you definitely got to reach out to me. I'm still very involved in that community, and if I don't know the answer, then I definitely know somebody who does know the answer as far as all things private school around here. So hey, if you like what we're talking about so far, then hey, please tap that thumbs up button down below. Make sure you're subscribed as well. Listen, you do not want to miss the next video that we drop, okay? So make sure you tap the bell as well so you're notified when we drop that new one. But yeah, this should give you a pretty good idea of what you can get around the 300,000 price point. What I'm gonna do now is drive you through this neighborhood a little bit so you can kind of see what's going on. I actually saw, when I pulled up, I saw a rooster. There was a rooster over there, which was kind of odd, but hey, things you see in Irving. But with that being said, I'll take you to an attraction and then I'll meet you at the next neighborhood. See you there. Hey y'all, real quick, I wanted to show you the Toyota Music Factory. So as you might imagine, there's a concert venue in here, but there's also, it's surrounded by, you know, this commercial area right here. So you have a ton of restaurants and bars in here. So, you know, you can get your pregame on or your post-concert show going on in there. And then you have a Westin Hotel and even the Irving Convention Center on that side. And we are walking distance from Lake Carolyn, where we were earlier, you know, where the gondolas and everything like that are. So everything is right around here in Las Colinas. So with that being said, let me take you to the next neighborhood and I'll see you there. All right, welcome to the second neighborhood. So this home that we're gonna feature in this price point is going for $425,000, 4 beds, 3 baths on 2,100 square feet, which is gonna put you at $198 a square foot. You've got a 2-car garage, as you can see over there. And this home was built in 1963, but it looks like it's had a couple of updates done to it, at least on the outside. The inside has definitely been updated. And this sits on just over, actually, 1/4 of an acre lot. So, you know, you can see you've got quite a front yard, and then you have a good backyard, really, as well. Styles, you know, you've got, you know, I think they did a little bit, when they did the updates, you know, they kind of updated the outside a little bit because I'll walk you kind of through this neighborhood. You'll see it's again with that traditional brick style, but they've got a little different style of brick, and then the stucco on the top kind of reminds me of a little bit of California going on over here. We've got a ton of American flags right here, but I want to show you this one across the street. Let me get over there first because the sun's kind of right behind it. We're here early in the morning. Early bird gets the worm here. So this one looks like it was built fairly new. You know, you've got that brick and stone combination, which has become fairly popular in Texas with the wooden accents as well. I really like that touch. But this one looks like it was obviously kind of, this one was probably a tear down and a new construction project in this neighborhood. A lot of these in this neighborhood are still, you know, kind of on the older side. You'll see when I drive you through here. But again, you got the big trees as I get into the shade in here. Very quiet street in here. Yeah, hey, listen, this price point is definitely going to be a popular one, of course, right? So speed is definitely going to be your friend. You know, that's just something that you got to keep in mind. You're definitely going to want to have all your ducks in a row. And of course, that's something that we can help you out with if you'd like. But let's talk about something now that maybe isn't so popular, which is the property taxes, right? So listen, I get it. Property taxes are higher here in Texas than they are in other states around the country, but you got to remember, we don't have the state income tax, right? And so I actually do another video talking about where, I mean, I literally break it down from A to Z. We look at everything, and not to give it away, but yeah, I think Dallas wins that one. So, oh, here's somebody's boat in the front yard. So yeah, you've got a couple lakes around here. You could definitely take the boat out. Yeah, listen, a lot of people love to complain about the property taxes. Here in Irving, they are a little bit on the higher end at 2.68%, at least currently. And so, but listen, our team takes a little bit of a different approach, right? So complaining isn't really a productive use of time, right? So, you know, Jim Rohn talks about you got to spend 5% of the time identifying the problem, 95% of the time focused on the solution, right? So it doesn't matter what the market is doing. You know, the market's been kind of crazy lately. Listen, our job is to find you that one home. We don't need to find you 100. We just need to find that one dream home at the right price. And I believe that our team is the best in the world at doing that. Okay, so definitely reach out to us, you know, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, jump on our calendar if you want to jump straight to a Zoom with us. Again, that is our favorite. Put a face with a name so we can meet you guys. You guys know what my face looks like. I don't know what your face looks like, so we'd definitely love to meet you guys. Yeah, this should give you a pretty good idea of what you can get around the $400,000 to $500,000 price points in Irving. And with that being said, like I said, oh, there's another boat over there. But like I said, I'll take you through this neighborhood so you can kind of see it a little bit, take you to an attraction, and I'll meet you at the next neighborhood. See you there. All right, real quick, I wanted to show you Campion trails. So, if you ever want a quick nature fix out here, get a little workout in, you can come out here. This is a pretty long trail, and it's a wide one as well. So it's all paved, and it's remarkably wide as well. So, plenty of room to, have people pass you or whatever. You'll have people on bikes, runners, walkers, all sorts of things out here, some rollerblades too. And so it's not gonna be as packed as, say, like Katy Trail or anything like that. So you've got a few ponds back here, plenty of shade, some pretty cool bridges actually as well in here. So if you want to, switch it up, if you don't want to be running around Lake Carolyn, every day, then you can come over here and switch up the scenery a little bit. Yeah, just wanted to show you this real quick. And with that being said, let's head to the next neighborhood. See you there. All right, welcome to neighborhood number 3. I wanted to feature some new construction in this segment here. So they're still working on it. You can see the Bobcat right there. But this home right here is gonna go for $720,000, 4 beds, 3 baths, 3,200 square feet. So that's gonna put you at $224 a square foot. You've got a 2-car garage, as you can see right there. And this one's gonna be on 0.12 of an acre. So it's gonna be a little bit tight out here. I mean, that's kind of what you come to expect with new construction though. Out here in Dallas, so a lot of these, especially, well, not necessarily in this price range, but on a little bit lower price range, you will find, they're going to be kind of close together, these homes. So here's kind of more of a finished product right there. You have a darker one. Let me walk over here so I can show you a little bit better view of this one. But yeah, just want to show you that new construction does exist out here in Irving. So there's your darker, traditional brick style. You've got a couple more styles over here. You can see on the corner, you see that little, the wooden accents. It's a little bit different. And then you also you're looking out at a green belt right here. So, pretty nice to have that as you walk out here. But the price range in Irving for new construction, from what I saw today, was starting at $720,000, and then it went all the way up to $970,000. So, if that's what your price point is, and you're looking for something brand new out here in Irving, maybe even, customize it a little bit as far as finishes and things like that, then hey, this development might be calling your name. There are a handful of developments going on. It's not, Irving isn't completely finished. There was still some bare land. Once the Cowboys left, it wasn't completely developed out here like some of the other more established suburbs. I'd say Irving is definitely established, but there were, I mean, shoot, a lot of this land probably looked like this all back here. There's 4 or 5 streets where they've been working in this neighborhood for the past few years back here. So anyway, hope that helps. And with that being said, I'll take you through here so you can see some of the different styles on the new construction homes in here. And I'll see you at the next neighborhood. See you there. All right, real quick, I wanted to show you the Four Seasons Golf Club and Resort. So you have the golf club, right there's a statue of Mr. Byron Nelson himself. This is where the Byron Nelson Classic started and used to be played here before it moved to TPC McKinney. But you also have the resorts over here. So it's like a hotel. You can come, do a nice little staycation here if you want. The pool on that side, but the golf course is just absolutely immaculate. You got some tennis courts here as well. So with that being said, let me take you to the next neighborhood and I'll see you there. All right, welcome to neighborhood number 4. So this home right here is the one we're gonna feature in this price point. This one's going for $829,000, 5 beds, 5 baths on 4,000 square feet, which is gonna put you at $208 a square foot. You've got a 2-car garage, as you can see right there. And this home was built in 2005 on just under a quarter of an acre over here. And so cool thing about this neighborhood is, so we're in the Valley Ranch area right now, kind of that northern sliver of Irving up here. And this neighborhood is going to feed into Capella ISD, like I mentioned at the very beginning. This is one of those areas. As I duck under the tree right here, lots of big trees, very quiet back here. You got the cul-de-sac back here in that area over there. And when I was driving in, there's a cool little park down there as well. Looks like the lawn guy might start his mower, so I'm gonna mosey on up this way again. But nice park, very, very quiet. The park was off the main street, of course, but you're kind of tucked away really back in here in this one, so it's very quiet. A little bit of an incline going up here. So some of the styles though, again, you're gonna see that the brick and stone, like the one that we mentioned, a lot of that traditional, like you see there, traditional here. Oh, it's got some stone accenting in there as well. I'll kind of walk you around so you can see. There's one that has kind of that castle effect here. I don't know if you can see that one. We'll get a closer look over there. But one thing I like to talk about in this segment is, let's talk about the safety, right? Because so this community isn't a gated community, but you can find some gated communities, certainly in Irving. And then overall, it was rated as a C+, was the grade that NIST.com gave Irving as far as overall safety, right? And so, listen, when you look at the numbers, everything is well below, national averages and things like that. But, just being honest, right? Well, here's the castle looking house right there. But just being honest, there are some parts of Irving that you might want to stay away from, right? So, there's it's called Harry Hines, is where all the strip clubs are, all the, liquor stores, things like that. So if that's not your thing, then you're probably gonna want to stay away from that. Other than that, I mean, you can definitely carve out a nice little bubble for yourself that's super safe. You won't really have many problems. So I don't want that grade to really scare you, because again, that's taking into account all of Irving, right? So when you really dial into the one specific neighborhood, I think you can really find what you're looking for, right? So, that should give you a little bit of an idea of what you can get kind of at that 800,000 range. But let me take you around this neighborhood so you can see a little bit more of it. And then we'll head to the top listing in all of Irving. See you there. All right, are you ready for the top listing in all of Irving? Well, here she is. This one is going for $1.9 million, 5 beds, 5 baths with 3 half baths as well on 6,500 square feet. You've got a 3-car garage, well, actually 2 on this side and a separate one on this side over here. Built in 2007 on 1/3 of an acre, so a pretty large lot back here. You're actually the backyard actually looks out onto the Four Seasons golf course. I'll talk a little bit about that in a second, but you've got saltwater pool in the back, of course. Inside, you have a game room, you have a theater room that has a 10-foot screen inside, and then you even have a little third floor kind of nook that has sweeping views of the golf course as well. And so a lot to talk about this golf course. Listen, if you want to be in the best neighborhood in Irving, this is it. Okay, you're literally bordering the Four Seasons Golf Club and Resort, which is one of the nicest in all of Dallas, really. And so, I mean, you're literally looking at, as I was driving through here, you're driving by tee boxes and everything. So you're really cutting through the golf course through here. You know, you've got some golf cart paths through here and everything. Pretty hilly as well. So you've got a little up and down in here. So it's not completely flat as Dallas is kind of known for. So you've got a little bit of aesthetic views going on. We've got some birds flying out like crazy, but yeah, the styles in here too, I noticed, it's not just all traditional brick style of homes, right? So you've got a little bit of blend of everything. Of course, the ones that I'm surrounded by are traditional, yeah, like this one's kind of that Mediterranean, maybe Spanish style. You're gonna have a few of those in here, some moderns as well, some contemporaries and things like that. But yeah, if you really want to be in the best neighborhood in all of Irving, I don't think there's really a question that this is going to be the one right here. So, and then obviously easy access to the Four Seasons as well. So with that being said, I'll drive you through here so you can kind of get a feel for this neighborhood a little bit, and then we'll take it to the next location and I'll do a nice little recap on Irving for you. See you there. All right, so let's put a nice little bow on Irving here for you. So, and I think the biggest thing is gonna be that it borders DFW Airport, right? So if you're a traveler, whether it be for business or for fun, then it's gonna be literally 5 minutes away, maybe 10, depending on where you are, of course, in Irving. So that's, I mean, it's literally right there. You also have the Dart, which, you know, if you don't want to, you know, have someone, or if you don't have anybody maybe to drive you to the airport or pick you up, then you can always take the Dart into, you know, actually right by the Irving Convention Center that's right there. Maybe that's a little bit easier for somebody to pick you up or to grab an Uber from there or something. But definitely have some different options as far as transportation around here in Irving. Next thing is, I mean, so it was actually rated the number 12 most diverse city in America, right? And so you're gonna have, you know, a lot of different cultures around here in Irving, some good food as well, is what that means as well. Yeah, some of the cons are, you know, you are gonna lack some of that high-end, you know, shopping and dining, right? You have a couple of, you know, high-end dining options, but they are somewhat limited. You know, that sort of stuff is you're gonna have to drive like probably into downtown or maybe over to, you know, like Legacy West area, you know, the border of Frisco and Plano over there, if you want like super high-end stuff, right? So you know, the school system is, let's say, it's developing. Okay, they're getting better, and yeah, lots of liquor stores in Irving, which you know, it doesn't necessarily have the best correlation as far as safety, right? So there are some bad areas, as I mentioned, but that's why, you know, when you work with us, you know, we can kind of tell you, you know, where what each neighborhood is kind of known for, right? So some of the pros, let's talk about those. You know, you can find some gated communities, of course. It's going to be very centrally located as far as the whole metroplex is concerned. So if you ever want to go, you know, have a night out in Fort Worth, you could easily go and do that if you want. And then it's very affordable over here as well. So your dollar is really going to be able to stretch, pretty far, as you can probably tell from the price per square footage that I've shown you in the homes that we featured in the different price points today. Yeah, some of the major attractions are going to be, you have Grapevine Lake, right over there on the northern side of Irving, just over there. And then, so if you like your lake life, or if you're thinking about getting a boat, or if you already have a boat, then, Grapevine Lake is a great place to have some fun on the lake. And then one thing that you will probably want to know, if you're coming to Texas, you'll want to know about Cowboys Red River. Okay, so Cowboys Red River is one of the biggest honky tonks in the country. Billy Bob's takes it. That Billy Bob's is over in Fort Worth, but Cowboys Red River is kind of like Billy Bob's, brother over here on the Dallas side. So that's actually where I learned how to country dance. Two-step, progressive three-step, all that sort of thing, all that fancy stuff. But yeah, so if you want to learn how to dance country style, then you can head on over to Red River and have yourself a grand old time over there. So yeah, Cowboys and Rangers, of course, are going to be in Arlington, not too far away. I mean, again, Irving, just being so centrally located, you can kind of get anywhere you need to over here. And then you've got the Mavs and the Stars, of course, in Victory Park in downtown Dallas, on the north side of downtown Dallas over there. So yeah, really easy access to everything. Okay, but overall, as I always do, I want to kind of wrap up Irving into 3 words, and I'm going to go with definitely diversity, number 1. Number 2, or one finger, but number 2. So 2 fingers means number 2 is definitely the affordability. Definitely caught my eye out here. You're really getting a good bang for your buck. And then, of course, the airport. I mean, you're just right on top of it right here. So super easy to get in and out of one of the major airport hubs in the whole country. It's literally right in your backyard right here in Irving. So hey, if Irving is where you want to be, then you got to reach out, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or jump on our calendar if you want to jump straight to a Zoom. That is our favorite, be able to put a face with a name. You guys know what my face looks like. I want to know what your face looks like there. So hey, definitely tap the thumbs up button below. That definitely helps us. Thank you so much for doing that. Make sure you subscribe as well. You do not want to miss the next video that we drop. I'll just tell you that right now. And then if you're continuing your search here, then hey, I want to invite you, tap the Dallas, Texas Living name below, head to our main channel page, and use the search bar on our page there to look up whatever it is that you're looking for, whether it's a specific topic, maybe a specific area, whatever it is, continue your research over there on the main channel page. And if I don't have what it is that you're looking for, hey, drop me a comment. Let me know what it is that you'd like me to cover. Listen, I do this for you guys. This isn't for me. I'm here to provide as much value as I possibly can to you guys. So if you guys let me know what you want, I can definitely bump up the priority for getting that video out to you guys, all right? So if you don't know where to go from here, then you'll definitely see some videos popping up on the end screen right now that can definitely point you in the right direction. We do a number of different styles of videos on this channel, so make sure you check one of those out. And with that being said, until the next video, I'll see you around town.